Kanu, who disclosed this Wednesday at a press briefing after the State Executive Council meeting, said the action was part of efforts by Governor Alex Oti to improve the environmental cleanliness of the state. He said that 15 of the new buckets had already been deployed to Aba, while 7 were brought to Umahia to make up for the shortage in both cities. Before now, Abia had less than 20 functional buckets for collection of waste, according to sources. The commissioner, who also disclosed that some public-spirited individuals in Aba had donated some buckets to complement the efforts of the state government, solicited more donations. According to him, Governor Oti had already turned Aba into a huge construction site in his quest to rebuild the dilapidated infrastructure in the state. He said that the governor had also visited moribund Enyimba hotels, Aba, and hinted to convert it to a five-star hotel, adding that some investors, big players in the hospitality industry, have already indicated interest in his vision. Enugu governor's wife makes case for exclusive breastfeeding. Wife of Enugu State Governor Nkechi Nyeremba has underscored the need for exclusive breastfeeding of children to ensure their healthy growth. She made the case yesterday when she visited the maternity ward of the Enugu State University of Science and Technology, ESU Teaching Hospital, Park Lane, Enugu, to mark the World Breastfeeding Week. During the visit, she gifted cash to nursing mothers and also cleared the medical bills of those who were held back because they could not clear their bills at the hospital. Mrs. Mba stated that the current administration of Governor Peter Mba remains committed to reforming the health sector to make it more qualitative and affordable, adding that the governor had equally taken particular notice of the need to improve quality of maternal, infant, and child health care in the state. Speaking, the permanent secretary, Enugu State Ministry of Health, Ifeanyi Agujobi, said that the emphasis during the breastfeeding week is exclusive breastfeeding to make sure that the women that have just delivered implement the policy so that the immune systems of the babies will be well built and those new infants will be free from neonatal diseases and infection. Anambra's Commissioner of Police visits officers injured during raid on government's hideout. The Anambra State Commissioner of Police, Aderemi Adoye, has visited 2 police who sustained injuries during a recent raid of the hideout of gunmen, following a tip-off. Joint security operatives consisting of soldiers, police, local vigilantes, and civil defense personnel on Monday attacked hoodlums in a camp from where they enforced sit-at-home orders by separatist elements. According to Brigadier General Onyema Nwachukwu, Public Relations Officer, Defense Headquarters, Nigerian Army, 4 of the hoodlums were arrested, while 5 soldiers and 2 police operatives sustained injuries after the hoodlums threw a local bomb at them. In a press release, the spokesperson of the Anambra State Police Command, DSP Tochukwu Kenga, said, the visit is to boost the morale and spur officers to greatness while discharging their statutory duties with the assurance that their welfare is of paramount importance to the leadership of the force. Commissioner of Police made a cash donation to the officers and prayed for their quick recovery while assuring them that the police force them behind. According to the statement, Commissioner of Police Adoye assured the people of Anambra State that the command is more determined than ever to flush out miscreants and make the entire state safer for law-abiding citizens to go about their lawful businesses. Abia government to challenge court order stopping Ibazu's probe. Abia government has expressed its resolve to challenge the ex parte order restraining it from the probing former governor, Dr. Okeze Ibazu, the government officials that served in his administration. Mr. Oke Kanu, the Commissioner for Information and Culture, made the disclosure while briefing newsmen at the government house, Umuahia, on Wednesday. Newsman recalls that Governor Alex Oti of Abia on June 27 inaugurated the Abia State Panel of Inquiry for Recovery of Government Property and Funds with a charge to recover all government property and funds allegedly looted during the past administration. Newsman also reports that the Federal High Court in Abuja, presided by Justice Edward Obe, granted an ex parte motion filed by Ibazu and 3 others to rescind the panel from proposed probe pending the determination of the substances originating motion on notice. The commissioner described the move as laughable and expressed concern about the former governor's attempt to obstruct the panel's crucial work. He said that the state's legal team was determined to challenge the court order and added that the ex parte order was an unwarranted interference in the affairs of the state. At the end of the day, our legal team would do the needful to forget that order. It is not right and it doesn't show good thinking, Kanu said. Now we move over to the foreign scene. A Niger coup leader meets with Wagner-allied junta in Mali. General Solifo Modi, one of the Niger officers who seized power in a military coup last week, visited Mali on Wednesday, according to the Mali presidency, and speculation of a possible interest in Wagner mercenary group, which has a presence in the country. Mali's transitional president, Assimi Goïta, hosted Modi and a large Nigerian military delegation on Wednesday, according to pictures and a statement posted on Facebook by the Mali presidency. Modi called the meeting part of a complex regional contest, the Mali presidency said, and thanked Malian authorities for their support and accompaniment since the seizure of power by the CNSP, referring to the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland, where Modi is vice president. Hundreds of Wagner contractors are stationed in Mali at the invitation of the country's military junta to quell an Islamist insurgency brewing in an area where the borders of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger meet. The dramatic ouster of Niger's President Bazoum last week alarmed the Western leaders, including the US and France, which are both key stakeholders in Niger's crackdown on local Islamist insurgencies. US officials have warned that the Russian mercenaries group could now seek new opportunities in Niger. I would not be surprised to see Wagner attempt to exploit this situation to their own advantage, as they've attempted to exploit other situations in Africa to their own advantage, State Department spokesperson Matt Miller said Wednesday. This is where we draw the curtain on news update on Ebona and the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. We can't bear the suffering anymore. Anambra NLC tells Tinubu. Abia State government has acquired extra 22 buckets for waste disposal. Enugu's governor's wife makes case for exclusive breastfeeding. Anambra's commissioner of police visit officers injured during raid on government's hideout. Abia government to challenge court order stopping Ibazu's probe. A Niger coup leader meets with Wagner-allied junta in Mali. You just listened to news update on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. News produced and read by Martin Ifeanyi Ekeze. Thank you for listening. Good morning.
Listen to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles, 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebona FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are hoping for a new Nigeria,
you can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM. How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebona FM, who will? As the happening around us gets as complicated as they can be.
Government,
Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community. Street report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifan ESN number the first every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Epona 103.5 FM as street reports on foods
In your face.
on Emas Epona the corner
24/7.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride.
let's go! It's the morning drive on 103.5 Epona DFM, keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Getting your morning inspired, be informed. Let's interact only on the morning drive.
Make it a date with Martin Ifan aka Meta,
and Christy FEMNR aka Classy
from Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. on the morning drive.
103.5 Epona DFM. Listen, Eden is kingdom, and Eden mindset is a kingdom mindset.